Hi, my name is Dalen Anderton Cahoon, and I'm a fourth year student here at CMCC. I've created this presentation on cycling and neck pain for your viewing before your upcoming ride. With sports and exercise, injuries are likely to occur, and cycling isn't the exception. We have two types of injuries that are most commonly to occur while cycling. These are overuse and traumatic injuries. Due to the nature of cycling, overuse injuries can occur from the repetitive and long durations of riding a bike. These motions cause microtrauma to the muscles of the body and lead to injury. We can see overuse injuries in all areas of the body, but for this presentation, we're only discussing the neck area. So with neck overuse injuries, we see them in all skill levels, but they occur more frequently with the recreational cyclists. We also see it more commonly in the female gender compared to the male gender. With these neck pain overuse injuries, we also see them more likely occurring in the beginning of your training phase rather than during the race or competition phase. The other common injury is the traumatic injuries. With these, they often occur in the upper extremity or the head, and they occur from being thrown from a bike or being hit by something more frequently. And these include things like a fracture, rupture of a muscle or tendon, and cuts or bruises. So now that we've discussed that, what can you do to avoid these injuries? So the most common cause of this neck pain and then the overuse injuries is an improper bike setup. And this can often be minimized by just making small adjustments to your riding form or how your bike is set up. So some common areas to look out for or things that could be causing you neck pain or lead to an injury are, first, if your handlebars are too far down. So if they're too far down and you're leaning onto that handlebar, you're going to cause strain in the muscles of your body and your neck. If the handlebars are too far away, again, you're reaching too far forward, it's going to cause strain on that neck, as well as if the seat is too far back. And then lastly, just like the long riding times can lead to that prolonged neck extension. So if you are riding a lot and then these things are also not in the kind of perfect spot for you, it can lead to that fatigue of the neck muscles, leading to those overuse injuries and neck pain. Now, I know that many of you have probably already figured out your bike setup and what works for you, but I thought I would just go through and give a couple tips on how to set up the bike. And if you are having neck pain, then you can look back at this for suggestions of what to change or what to move to help accommodate for that. So in the previous one, I talked about the sources of air that could be leading to neck pain and then leading to overuse injuries. And so here's the picture of the bike and all the different parts of it. So first we have that saddle, which is your seat, and that's connected to the seat post and seat tube. And most of these will move up and down, and some of them will move horizontal as well. We also have like the stem and the handlebars, and you have the drops here, as well as we have the crank arm and the pedal, which is attached. So I said a source of error was that decreased handlebar height. So when you're riding on a road bike, it should be a little bit lower than what your seat is or what the saddle position is. But if it's too low, you will be leaning too far down and causing strain of those neck muscles. So check if you can move this a little bit higher to accommodate for that. As well, I talked about if your reach to the handlebar is too far. So some of these saddles will move forward and backwards, and some handlebars will move forward and backwards. If the saddle moves forwards, you need to make sure that if you do move it, that your leg still meets a 90 degrees here. So when the crank arm and the pedal is at the 3 o'clock, like it's shown in this picture, you want your leg to be at 90 degrees, a nice right angle. If it's too far back or it's too far forward, you're going to cause strain on those leg muscles. So watch for that. If that's in a good position and you can move your handlebars, again, move them a little bit farther back so that you're not reaching super far down is ideal. And then just kind of talking about the fact that the best position to be on the bike is what we call a dynamic position. So you want to make sure that your muscles are all engaged, you're moving that body a lot, you're changing hand positions, you're never static, just holding the same position while you're riding. So there are some things that we can do that will help in the prevention of neck pain, as well as if you do experience neck pain, you can do these as sort of a treatment during training or even at the ride. So first kind of things is like some neck strengthening and stretching exercises. I'll go into more further detail about each of these different ones there, but I've just listed them. Also, if you find that you're experiencing neck pain while you're cycling, it may just be that your neck muscle needs time to adapt. So you can do this by gradually increasing the time spent bicycling and allowing that endurance of the muscular to build up. So if you find that you are having neck pain after 10 minutes, like ride the 10 minutes and then stop when you get the pain, and then maybe next time you go for 15 and so on. Those are just examples of numbers, but just slowly building it up and knowing when to stop when the pain is too much. So these are the exercises now. So this first one is neck flexion. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your chin all the way down to your chest, as far as you can. And if you need to, you can apply gentle pressure on the top of your head using one or both hands and just pushing that chin further into your chest. This is good to do about 5 times and holding that bottom for 20 seconds. The next one we call it the levator scapulae stretch. So as you can see in the picture, you're gonna bring that chin to one armpit and then using the same side hand to apply gentle pressure, just stretching that chin down to the armpit. Again, we'll hold this one for 20 seconds and then repeat 5 times. Next is a scalene stretch. So you can place both your hands at the bottom of your neck like she's showing you here in the picture, and then slowly tilt your head up and away from the one side, looking straight up. And then again, we'll repeat this for 20 seconds, 5 times. And then the last one is the chin tucks. So this is best to do this against a wall, or if you can do it on the bed. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your chin straight back while tucking that chin down, making sure not to engage those muscles in the front of your neck, and then hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds and then return it back to normal. This is a really good one to build the strength of your deep neck flexors, which will help you while you're riding. And then lastly, just some tips to stay safe while you're on your ride. So, first one, always ride with a helmet. Make sure that it's strapped on properly, that it fits properly. Do a screen of your bike before each ride. For example, you make sure that your tires are fully pumped up, that things are tight, there's no bolts missing, the chain works. Make sure your brakes are in order, test them before you go. Be aware of your road conditions, so plan ahead. You can know what the road conditions will be like. Make sure that you're keeping a lookout for potholes, loose gravel, other people, cars, and stay hydrated. And have fun. That's the most important. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Obviously, just so you guys all know, this isn't an exhaustive list of things you can do. There's lots of other stretches and exercises out there. These were just a couple that I compiled for you. I hope that it was interesting and that you found some suggestions to help you, and I hope that you all enjoy your ride and have a great summer.